It was great to finally, for the first time, be a flawed character, not a model minority, because that's so human, right? It's so human for all of us to be just human and have awful moments in our life and react in a way that we might regret later.
It's action and it's gore and it's family. Like, it really is above just being, you know, an exploration of what being South Asian is. I think it's bigger in the fact that, you know, it's something that I have never seen our community have before, just like straight up crazy comedy, and then having us in it, which is very much a type of show that, you know, I can't imagine. I could have never imagined a show like this would ever get made. Right, they just go, this is just a funny show that I like. Yeah. This is what we're striving for, just for someone to be like, hey, that's just a good show.
I mean, the spectrum for white shows goes from like Full House to It's Always Sunny.
Sure.
And, you know, like, we are like them, not a monolith, right? We have different stories, we have different values from house to house, we have different cultures from house to house.
Yeah.
And we rarely get to see any nuance within,
we rarely even
spectrum.
get to be in the same show. It's usually just one of us.
And this hit both of those very hard. And so when I look at it...
I saw the script and it was a fully formed character. I was so nervous. But the first day I got on that set, I had the best experience. I worked with the boys the first day, so Saagar and Asif. I had the best experience. And then came my time with Poorna. And I'm sure you noticed, we get to do a scene that brought me so much joy. So we are giggling sisters.
Yes.
In real life.
Yes.
So the fact that we got to kick each other's butts brought me... All right, now I would leave it. The fact that we got to kick each other's butts, all right, she won.
No. The fact that I get to kick Tan Francis' ass and he has to beg me to spare his life gave me so much joy.
Right next to her.
Lucky was written as a man initially.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And Abdullah went to a Gina Davis Institute talk and they said, go back, look at your script, and make 2 characters who are men, women. And so my role and Agent Mercer were turned into women.
Oh my God.
That's right? And you know, Lucky is very much based on Abdullah's mom, who's a single mother raising 2 kids in America. She just had to like out-gangster Abdullah and his brothers. And it's based on Michelle Nader and Jenny Connor, Nora Silver, Katie. It's all our producers. It's women walking in a very male-dominated space all the time. And so we had Lucky kind of... and you asked me about the comedy and this. It was such a joy to bring those 2 aspects together in a real way. You know, she's sweet and loving and nurturing, and then the next scene is her putting a bullet in someone's head. And I think the juxtaposition of that is so funny. But the script has so much of that. It's the expected with the unexpected right next door.
I mean, really, it was like desperation to get read and get a job. You know what I mean? That I was like, you know, so I had co-written a feature for Searchlight with my friend Ben Sinclair, and you know, it was the first time I was doing it. It took way longer than we thought, and you know, by the end of it, I didn't have a sample that was just my voice. So my manager, Anthony, who I've been with forever, he was like, write something that's just you and just showcase your abilities, right? So I was like, okay, it doesn't have to carry all that weight, right? It can be as lighthearted as I am. And, you know, the pressure was off because I didn't think it was going to be a TV show. So I was just like, wow, okay, there it is, whatever. I think that's funny. You know what I mean? But
you were right.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, wait, there's 2 of us.
You know, as a drugs journalist, I had heard all these unverified stories about stealth and smuggling and all that shit. But, you know, but things that I was never able to get confirmation of and therefore can never talk about in a story. It's just lore. But in this show, we could borrow all that stuff, right? And so, like, there's all these elements about, you know, stealth, like how you actually package and move drugs that really made their way into the show. And then character-wise, I think, like, you know, I always saw a lot of activists, right? It was people in the cannabis world and the, you know, adjacent illegal substance world that were righteous people, criminals who did not see themselves as criminals, right? And are weird because they're part of this subculture. Raj is very much that, right? But, you know, in general, I would say that the biggest influence is being free from reality or facts and just being able to...
in general.
Yeah, in general. You know, it's just
reality's hard.
Yeah, it sucks, right? So living in the fantasy world was the thing. And I love to sit down and write and be in that space.